Well, here we go. We have lots of cloud coverage for today, as we see here on our CCRV6 weather bug. This is a Wilcox Furniture forecast, by the way. We're at 79 degrees right now. Our dew points are holding on to the middle 60s. Look at that humidity, though. It's climbing at 62%. That wind, a bit of a nuisance on Easter and another bit of a nuisance for today and going on into Tuesday, on into Wednesday as well. They're gusting right now, or sustained, I should say, out of the south-southeast at 23 miles an hour. A little bit less once you get out in Port Aransas. That's some good news there. But as you go farther inland, they're still going at about 15 to 25 miles an hour. So as we look at it on the future winds, they do die down a little bit for tonight, although I still think we'll stay a little breezy along the coastline, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And then once again for tomorrow, we pick up that east-southeasterly component going at about 15 to 25 miles an hour. So the evening forecast, if you are going out tonight, perhaps a jog or go grab some dinner, it's going to be a little muggy out there and of course a little breezy as well, as temperatures fall into the lower 70s. And as we go to about 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning, into the lower 70s with those southeasterly winds at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. So we'll be to the lower 70s near the coastline, inland areas into the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, not much different from today. We could see a little bit of some overnight drizzle and a little bit of some light shower activity for tomorrow, given all the cloud coverage we have and the increasing moisture in the area. But cloudy and warm by noon, 79, and holding on to eventually the lower 80s as we head into the late afternoon hours, windy and muggy, as you see there. Forecast highs will be into the upper 70s to lower 80s near the coast. Inland areas just a tad warmer, but pretty seasonal for this time of year. We should be at 83 for this time of year, and going about 83 to 84 for the inland areas. Look at all the cloud coverage. There's plenty of clouds to go around. They're going to stay in place for tonight, going on into tomorrow as well. We have that moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, and we got our tap coming in off of the Pacific as well. Lots of rainfall up in the northern sections of the state, off west in the Permian Basin and up around Amarillo as well. Eventually, that's going to start to push in our direction as this frontal boundary starts to slowly make its way down to the south of us, but it's got an upper level disturbance associated with this. So we have high pressure off in the Gulf. We have that big upper level low that's digging south of the Rockies at this point. And as we put this in motion with our future tracker, it's going to dig a little bit farther into northern Mexico. And then as we get closer to us, as we go into late Tuesday and on into Wednesday morning, just to the northwest of South Texas. And so again, it's going to stay windy for us here. This is when we have the best opportunity to see some showers and thunderstorms as it moves across the state, because once it moves out of the way, high pressure will take over and the conditions will rapidly improve. So again, before that system arrives, it's going to be windy on Tuesday and Wednesday, southeasterly winds pretty much around 15 to 30 miles an hour. Then when we get that surface frontal boundary in, we'll get a north-northwesterly flow and the winds will begin to relax, going at about 7 to 15 miles an hour if you are tired of the wind. So let's look at it on the future clouds and radar. Again, a couple of spots of some drizzle here and there. We got a lot of moisture in place, as I mentioned. Notice the frontal boundaries, they don't move a whole lot. It takes their time to get here. They have to wait for that upper level support for it to push all the way down. But by Wednesday afternoon, there will be some showers and storms up around the hill country, pushing out near Dallas-Fort Worth. Then by Wednesday evening, a couple of isolated thunder showers we'll have to be keeping an eye on. Then as the frontal boundary pushes closer to us about Thursday morning at about 2 o'clock in the morning, could be a little line we have to watch there, but then drier air will start to filter on in right behind it. Our NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast, we go to 70, 81 tomorrow, muggy Tuesday and on into Wednesday, isolated thunder showers, particularly late Wednesday and on into early Thursday. After that, we start to clear out, not as humid as we go on into Friday and Saturday. Not as humid, pretty nice, sunshine returns, but it is still going to be fairly warm out there into the middle to upper 80s. Couple of more clouds as we go on into Sunday, 86. The winds pick back up and muggy conditions return early next week with an afternoon high of about 84 degrees.
All right. One, thanks.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.